G'day, welcome back to Dad vs. Son. As you can see, we're going on again and again and again. Corsair Leader by DVG. And we're up to day 3. So far, we have earned 11 victory points, which just takes us to the begin of adequate, halfway through the campaign. We still have all our aircraft, which is wonderful. And I found the book I was talking about. And this is the book I've got, Return to Midway by Odyssey. So this was printed back in 1999 and is a bloody great book. So if you get a chance to have a look, there's some wonderful stuff in it. And we've got a shot of the Yorktown under the water. You can see up in here, not very well, but let me do this for you. You can see the sub there taking pretty little photos as well. So yes, very good book. This is a painting of the sunken Yorktown, because you're not going to light the whole thing up, but it's pretty damn fine, and it's a wonderful book. Really is. Here's the Yorktown actually going down. You can see the hole in there, torpedo damage. Okay, so I do have a love of military history. I'm no expert, that's for sure. But again, my generation basically grew up hearing about the Second World War and the Korean War, which it sort of only happened sort of 5 to 10 years before us, and all that sort of stuff. So it's interesting to me. It may bore the shit out of a lot of other people, but I love it. It tells so many great stories about so many great people, and gives us so much warning about so many shitheads that we need to watch out for. Righto, so let's get into it. Day 3. Dun, dun, dun. We still are at Recon 1, so we only get 1 target card. And this is the Fleet Carrier. Yeesh. Okay, so we have 2 targets in 2 sights in the target, 2 sights in the approaches, 3 bandits possibly as well in the target, and we have 2 bandits in there as well. Yay! Now this is 5 VP, which is wonderful. It's a Recon 1, an Intel 1, which is great, and it's a gung-ho. So we can sort of go all out on this one. So if we get this, it'll make it 16 VP, which will bring us up to good. So I think we can go pretty well with this. I'm not going to worry about a second mission this time. Righto, so let's see what we've got. Sights. Okay, we have 2 in each approach. So there's 2 for there, 2 for the east, 2 for the south, 2 for the west, and 2 in the guts. Let's see what we have. Okay, north approach, we have a 40mm twin mount, and we have a 4-inch mount, okay, which is a range 1. So I'm going to put anyone that's a range 1. In fact, what I should do, how am I going to do this? He can shoot into here, so that's why I'm going to put it like that. We have a 1-inch quad mount, but we have another 4-inch mount here, so he can shoot in and out. We have a 40mm mount here, and we have another 1-inch mount here. So unless we can get rid of a lot of shit, we're going to be hit buckets of times. Oh, look, now we have another 4-inch mount here as well. Okay, so what am I doing? Sorry, he's a 1 inch. He can't go in there. He can, and we have one no sight. Hey! And then we have a 1 inch mount that can hit us in here, of course, and another 40mm mount that can hit us in here, of course. Wow, we only had one no sight. This is what makes naval targets so dangerous. So no matter how we get into there, we are going to be hit in there by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the buggers. Ouch! Okay, assigned pilots. So let's have a look. We want 5 hits. Oh, sorry, I've got to put the 2 zeros in there. So there's 1, and I'm just grabbing them as they come up, and there's another. So we've got a green and an average in there already. And there could be another 3 in there, for all we know. And another, yeah, so there could be 5 bandits all told. Right, so what do we need to destroy this target? We need 5 hits. To hit the bestest, we should probably use torpedo bombers because they do so many hits. The only trouble is they will take so many hits, but does that really matter? If we come in this way, then we'll have a 4 inch, a 4 inch, and a nothing. So we'll have 2 hitting us here, and then we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitting us here. If we come in this way, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 hitting us there. The same if we come this way, and if we come this way, we're going to have 2, 3, 4 hitting us here. So we're going to come in from the west. Okay. So we're going to take 8, 8, 8. We're going to take Yandy. I think she deserves a go now. So she's going to come in with her torpedoes low. I'm going to put all their stuff beside them. Maybe this. I don't know. Like that. Okay, so she's carrying a torpedo. I might do it this way because it's a bit easier for this one. We're going to take Washington with his torpedo. And he is alert. Everybody needs alert. Okay, that's 2 torpedoes. So that's 2 hits, no matter what. Straight up. Okay. Now we'll take some Burmers. Okay, so we don't want to take Russell because he's currently got 5. So do I want to pay now? Do I want to pay to get some shit off these people? If I pay 12, let me look at this. 12 SO points, I can remove 2 stress from each. So that'll take Casavelli down to 3, which means he's still at trouble. Graneman comes down to 1. Bryant comes down to 2. Russell comes down to 3. Walker has none. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So we're going to play 12 and we're going to remove 2 from each. So, as I said, Russell goes from 5 to 3 stress. Walker goes to 0. Bryant goes down to 2 from 4. Graneman goes down to 1 from 3. And Casavelli goes down to 3 from 5. Okay. So we've got 2 torpedo bombers. Let's take a couple of... what's he got? Okay, we are going to take Griffin as a dive fighter bomber divey thingy. Why am I taking his card? Okay, so we've got Griffin coming in high as a dive bomber. He has a gung-ho. And he is going to carry a 1,000-pounder, I think. Wait, no. He's going to carry a 500-pounder. Is that right? Yeah. He's going to carry a 500-pounder. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to work out how I'm doing this while I can keep it relatively good. So, torpedo bombers, dive bombers, fighters will be behind. Okay, so that's 2 torpedo bombers, 1 dive bomber. So let's take Walker as a dive bomber. So he's going in high. In fact, why don't I put the plane on top of everything else, and then we've got a better idea maybe of what the hell's going on here. So 2 torpedoes, we have 2 dive bombers at the moment. We could end up with 5, could end up with up to 5 fighters. Okay, so I'm going to take some fighters now. So we will take Wiggins. Okay, so we have Wiggins. He's got a gung-ho and an agile. There we go. We are going to take Bacon, Wilmarth. And he has got fighter pilot and 2 gung-hos, so that gives him a +1, which is better than a poke in the eye with a stick. We are going to take Bryant. Okay, and he's just got no idea. He's got the NFOD. And we are going to take we're going to take Graneman. Mainly because he has at least 1 more stress before he can take 1 stress. If he takes 2 stress, then he will become shaken, whereas Casavelli's right up on shaken already. Okay, so there's our 4 ready to go. So we have 8 aircraft. We have 2 torpedo bombers, 2 dive bombers, and 4 fighters. Walker. I didn't give him a burn. Walker's going to take a 1,000-pounder. And Griffin has got a 500-pounder. Oh, Jesus. Gung-ho. Cool. Oh, he doesn't need to take that with him. You know, he's got a cool Walker. Have a good weekend, Mr. Walker. Right. So now we have armed aircraft target bound event. Keep this card when a pilot suffers an MIA result. Instead, return the pilot to your squadron with +2 stress. Well, that's pretty damn fine. Okay, and then place aircraft. We're coming in from the west. Intel, no intel change. Okay, turn the bandits before that. So we have 1, 2, 3 in the center. Here we go. 1, no bandit. Number 2, no, KI 43. Number 2, no bandit. Number 3, a 0, another average one. Okay, so we've got 3 bandits all told. Okay, as we said, no intel change. Oh, excuse me. Over target event card is gain 1 SO for each hit inflicted on the target. So that's good. That may give us up to 5 SO points. So let's stick that there. Right. Place the turn counter in the 1 box. We have done that. And now I am simply going to pause this while I quickly mark down who's flying this mission. I won't be long. Righto, back again. So I've just brought my player log up to date, that's all. Right, so we're good to go. Here we go. Dive bombers go low. No. Fast pilots attack. No. Sights and bandits attack. Yeah. Okay, so do these attack in the pre-approach is the question. And I don't believe they do. Okay, so I'm not going to because it's a pre-approach. As far as I'm aware, it's outside of range. Because this can be anywhere back to our carrier. And that means I'm probably wrong again, but I don't care. Okay, slow pilots attack? No. Aircraft move? Okay. So we have torpedo bombers coming in low. We have dive bombers coming in high. Hate that. Okay, then we have fighters coming in high. Ho-dee, ho. Let's put him there. Let's put 2 fighters here. Let's do that because we'll have the fighters against the fighters anyway. So that moves, and then these buggers move. So we have 2 averages and a green. Okay, so we've got an agile, we've got a fighter pilot, we've got a no idea, we've got a brave. Okay, so we've got a brave one who has situational awareness, so he gets 1. We have fighter pilot with 2 guns, and we have an agile with a gun. Righto. So let's go for Wiggins. Gets this average one. And Wilmarth gets this green one. And that way Bryant gets to shoot at any bugger that gets through. Right, so that's that. Turn counter moves. Dive bombers dive. No. Fast pilots attack. Yay! So our only fast pilot is Granneman. So he is attacking a +1 average 0. So let's try this. Okay, so Granneman is a +1. And he's brave. Okay, so he's the one that gets XP for stress from sights and bandit attacks. So he is die 10 +1. -1 for the enemy, so he's a 0 for his in my sights, and he gets a 7, which is +1 attack, which means he's attacking for +1, and he needs a 7 or better, and he misses. Righto. So then we do the bandit and sight attacks. I think that's the only, yeah. I'm going to roll for the 4-inch gun and see who it's going after. Now, it can go after any of my aircraft. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call from the bottom up. The torpedo bombers are 1, 2. The dive bombers are 3, 4. And then the fighters are 5 through 8. And we're going for number 6, which is Bryant. Okay. So at least nobody's been doubled up on. Okay, so first we'll start at the top. We have the 0 attacking Granneman. So they're both +1. So in neutral position is a 10. So the 0 is coming in from out of the sun. Now it's a 0 for 0. And he gets a 10, which is +4 attacks. Okay. Righto. So the first thing that's going to happen is Bryant is going to take 1 stress to try and suppress him. So Bryant needs a 9. He's got a +1. So he needs an 8 or better. And he does not. So who are we attacking here? Granneman. Granneman is going to take... Ooh, he's already got 2 stress. That's okay. He's going to take 2 stress, takes him to 4, which means he is now shaken to evade. So this guy again is +4, and that's it. So it's a 9 and a 10. I think +4 is tons no matter what. Ooh. Righto. Okay, so let's pull Granneman's card for the time being. And we'll put him over there. Ducka, 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 ducka. Ducka, ducka. Okay, so he's been apparently shot down. We'll see if we can get him back. Okay, so moving down, the next thing we've got is Bryant being attacked by the gun, and he's going to take at least 1 suppression no matter what. So what's he want to do? And I think he's going to try and... Can anybody... Who was down low? Andy and Washington. No and no. Where's Griffin? He's up high. No good. So there's nobody that can actually run suppression for him. So he's just going to take 2 stress. Takes him up to 3. And he is going to try and evade. And this thing hits on a 0, 6, 7. Okay, we got a 1. Yay! So he takes 1 stress, goes to 4. Okay. So I can get rid of that at the moment. 0 stays over there. So the next one is a green against Wilmarch, who has 2 gung-hos and fighter pilots. So Wilmarch is a +1. Okay, so the 0 is a green 0. So he is a die 10 for position, and he gets a 7, which is a yo-yo. Now he is a die 10 -1. So it's a 3, which means -1 attack. And so he's a die 10 -2 for his attack. And he gets a 7, which is a 5. And a 5 is a stress on Wilmarth, which we will take. Oh, that's Wiggins, sorry. Wilmarth. There we go. And then we have an average against Wiggins, who is agile. Right. An average. So it's a +1. So he goes 1 + 1 is 2 for his manoeuvre, and he gets a whole tight turn. Okay. And then he is -1 for his manoeuvre success. He gets a 0, so it's a 9. So it's +1 position, +1 attack. Okay, so Wiggins is now disadvantaged. Okay, so I am going to get Bryant. Yep. Bryant to do what? He's still okay. Okay, so as soon as he's done this, he'll become shaken. Righto. So Bryant will try and suppress. So he is a +1 at the moment. So we're going for 0, so he needs a 9 or better. No. And now Bryant is shaken. There we go. Okay. So Wiggins. Okay. So what have we got? A +1 and a +1. So the enemy attack will be for a +1. And Wiggins has got agile, so he is trying to evade. We have a 6. +1 is 7, which is damaged, but he's going to use his gung-ho. There we go. And now we can do an attack with Bryant because he is disengaged. So let's do the attack on the green. That's the best one he's got to hit. So he is a -1, and the green is a 0. So he's rolling for -1. He needs a 9, so he's got to get a 10 to hit. And he does not. So that's that. Let's come back over and have a look what we've got. So we have Graneman in the water at the moment. We have Bryant shaken. We have Wilmarth, still going nose to nose at the moment, and Wiggins disadvantaged. So we've done slow pilots attack, aircraft move. So our torpedo bombers come in. Like that. Then our dive bombers come in. I'm going to put them just over the other side, just so I've got some room here. I'm just going to put the dive bombers down to low now because they will be going down to low. Okay, now, fighter-wise, I'm going to leave Bryant here. He'll take on this average one. Wilmarth has still got this green one. So let's pull their stuff out so we can now see what they have. So he's a fighter pilot with 2 gung-ho. And Wiggins is disadvantaged with an agile. Whoops. And there we go. So, and then it is turn 3. Well, okay. So dive bombers dive, we have done that. Fast pilots attack, we have no fast pilots. So it's going to be the Japanese planes attacking because it's going to be sights and bandits. Righto, so let's find out where the sights are going first. Okay, so we'll do this 1 inch localized one first. And it's a low, and that's it. So it can only go for these 4 aircraft in here. So that'll be Washington. We'll start again like we did before. Torpedoes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we have a 1. So this 1 inch gun is going after Washington. Righto. Next one is the 40 mil. And again, it can only go after those 4 aircraft. And it's a 9, so that's nobody. And an 8, so that is Griffin. Like that. Oops. Just knocking aircraft out of the air. Righto. Next, we'll do this one up here. Now, he can hit everybody. So we have 7 aircraft. So he's just going to go the gain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we have 3. So that is against Walker. So I'm just going to move Walker up there like that. So we can see that that gun's attacking. The next gun is this one here. And again, he can hit only these 4 aircraft in here. So 2, 4, 6, 8. We have 4. So he's after... Oh, God. So I was saying before about jumpers being a pain in the bum. Russell, what were you? Were average. Okay, so he's going after... What did I say? 4. So he's going after him. Okay, so let's bring him up here. Oops. He's going after Andy. No! Okay, so I'm going to put that gun like that. And I'm going to turn that one like that so we know it's got to go back there. Next is nothing here. So that leaves this one here who can go for, again, all 7. And it's number 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So Griffin again. So again, this one goes over that way. I'll put it there. Righto, so let's see what we've got. We've got a average fighter against Bryant, a green against Wilmarth, a average against a disadvantaged Wiggins. We have a 4-inch against Deandy, a 1-inch quad mount against Washington, a 4-inch against Walker, and a 40 mil and a 4-inch against Griffin. But other than that, what have the Romans ever done for us? Okay. Right. So let's get them attackering. Let's do the ground attacky bits first, and that way I can just do it here with you. Okay. So groundy attackies, none here. We have 1 here. So poor old Andy can be first. Okay, so she's going to take 1 stress no matter what. Okay, so she has still got it, which gives her the chance of getting her gung-ho back. Righto, so what does she want to do? Andy has 0 stress. Is there anybody down there that can shoot? And yes, Griffin is -2 air to air. That's not much bloody good, is it? That's the only one that could actually shoot, so no. Okay, so Yandy's going to take 2 stress, and she is going to evade. Here we go. And it hits on a 067, and we get a 3, so she gets 1 stress. So she's up to 3 stress, which is okay. Okay, so this one goes back here now. Then we have this one attacking Walker. Okay, so it again hits on a 067. Walker is going to take 2 stress. Or is he? Yes, he is. Is he? Yes, he is. No, he's not. Yes, he is. No, yes. Yes, he is. And he is going to try and evade. And we get a 5, which is still 1 more stress. So he goes up to 3 stress. Okay, and that one is done. And then we have this one down here. We'll do this one first. So again, it's a 067 against Griffin. So he's going to take 1 stress no matter what, and he currently has no stress. He is not going to do anything. He's just going to suck it up. 067 and rolls a 4, so he gets 1 stress. Well done, Griffin. And then we do this one was over here. Then we do the 40 mil, which is a 257, and again he's going to suck it up. And we get a 9, so he'll use his gung-ho. That's fine. Okay. Next, that's done, is this 1-inch one against Washington. And Washington has alert. And alert again was once per mission after rolling for a bandit attack, subtract 2. No, so that doesn't help him at all. Righto, so it's a 369, and he does not have a gung-ho, so he is going to take 2 stress, and he is going to evade, and he gets a 4, which is 1 stress, so he goes up to 3. Right, that is all the bangs. And now we have the aircraft, so we'll come back over to the aircraft chart so you can see what's happening. Dun, 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 dun. Righto, so first up we have the average 0, which is a +1 against Bryant. So he's in a neutral position at the moment, but he's a +1, which is 6 + 1 is 7. For neutral, gives him a yo-yo. And now he is a +1. He's a 0 for his maneuver success. Is a 6, which gives him +1 position, +1 attack. So Bryant is now disadvantaged. Okay, so so he will be +1 for the attack, and he is going to hit on a, basically now, a 4, 6, 7. And Bryant is, oh no, sorry, I've done this wrong. Go back 1. He will still be there, but he's got a +2. Yucky, yucky, yucky twos. +2. So Bryant is going to take 2 more. Ouch. He's up to 7 stress, which is his maximum. And we have 1, 2, 3. This is a +3 attack that he's trying to evade. Is there anybody? No, there's nobody who can even shoot for him. +3. 3 and 3 is 6, which is a stress. So he goes up to 8. 8 stress, and he can do no more. Chugga, chugga, choo, choo. Righto. So he's finally in that position where he could have used his thing to come back to neutral for his shot, and he can't shoot. So shit happens. Righto, so now we have the green against Wilmarth. So it's a 0 maneuver choice. So it's a 2 for neutral, gives him a tight turn. It's now a number -1 for success, so he gets a 6, which is +1 position. So Wilmarth is now disadvantaged. And the hairy plane is again at -1 for his shot. He gets a 7, which becomes a 6, which is a stress on Washington, which takes Washington up. Oh, sorry, Wilmarth. Dicky Wacker. Which takes Wilmarth up to 2 stress. And lucky last, we have the 0 after Wiggins. Okay, so he is a +1. So that's 1. +1 is 2, and he is advantaged, so he's still in a tight turn. He is a 0. Wiggins. No, he's a -1 for the success. So it's a 0, so it's a no effect. So he's a 0 for his shot, and we already have agile, so we have a 1, so no hit. Righto, so then we can bounce back. Bryant can do nothing. Bryant's just going home. He can take no more damage or anything else. So we have Wilmarth against the green. So Wilmarth needs to go from disadvantage to something else. So he is going to go for a scissors. No, he's not. He's going to go for a yo-yo. Yo. So he is, he's a +1, and his, okay, so it's a +1 on his roll. 5 + 1 is 6, which gives him 1 position, 1 attack, so he's back to neutral. Okay, so that gives him +1 to his roll. And he gets a 10, which is an 11, and he shoots down that one. Yay! So that's Wilmarth. Wilmarth has got his second one. All right. And then we have Wiggins. So the first thing is now Wilmarth can try and suppress the attack. So Wilmarth will. So he'll take 1 stress. He's a +0, +1 for being a fighter pilot. So it's a +1 against a average +1, 0. So it's for a 0 attack. He needs an 8 or better. No. So he uses a gung-ho. And he is successful. And the 0 goes down. Yay! And he gets another one. So that's 3 he now has. Okay, and that is that. So now we can come back over here. Like this. And we'll bring the dice bowl back. And we are into Slow Pilot's Attack. So let's have a look. We're going to do Eandi first. And she is going to do her torpedo. Okay, so she's going to get 1 hit no matter what. And she is a +3 air to ground. So it's a +3 on this roll. Oh, you can't see, as usual. There you go. So a 3 + 3, you still can't see. Jeez. 3 + 3 is 6, so that is 2 hits for her. Okay. I know that we could knock it out in one go, but I don't want to. That's 2 hits for her. And then we have Washington with his torpedo, and Washington is a +2. And he is alert, which does nothing. Okay. +2, and he gets 10 + 2, which is 2 hits. We're up to 4. We need one more.